you are learning wrong. If you're watching endless tutorials, highlighting 300-page books, or passively taking notes to master a new skill, you are wasting hundreds of hours of your life. Passive learning is dead. The smartest people I know aren't reading more than you. They are using AI to compress a month of studying into a single afternoon. But they aren't treating Claude like a Google search bar. They are treating it like a ruthless, world-class tutor. By the end of this video, I am going to give you the exact 7-prompt system that will force your brain to learn any subject, from quantum physics to digital marketing, 100 times faster. The "explain it like I'm 5" bridge. Think of traditional learning like reading a textbook on how to fly a fighter jet. You can memorize the buttons, but the second you're in the air, you crash. Why? Because you lack context and feedback. Using Claude with the 7 prompts I'm about to show you is like plugging yourself into the Matrix. It's not a textbook, it's a flight simulator. Claude will adapt to your blind spots in real time, punish your mistakes, and build your mental models from the ground up. Let's build your simulator. Prompt number 1. The Zero Gravity Explainer. When we tackle a new, overwhelming subject, our brain drowns in jargon. We need an anchor. That brings us to prompt number 1. Explain large language models, LLMs, as if I'm intelligent but have zero background in it. Use one unexpected real-world analogy that makes the core idea immediately click. Then give me the 3 things I need to understand before I go any deeper. Notice what we aren't doing here. We aren't asking, what is X? We are demanding an unexpected analogy. The brain learns through association. By forcing Claude to map a complex, unknown topic to a familiar, real-world concept, you bypass the jargon phase entirely. This gives you the foundation, but a foundation is useless if it shatters under pressure. Keep watching, because prompt 7 is going to brutally test if you actually understood what Claude just taught you. Prompt number 2. The Socratic Interrogation. Passive reading gives you the illusion of competence. You nod along, thinking you get it. Prompt number 2 destroys that illusion. Quiz me on large language models, LLMs, with 10 progressive questions. Start simple, build to expert level. After every answer I give, tell me what I got right, what I missed, the underlying principle, and one follow-up question to go deeper. This turns Claude into a Socratic mastermind. It forces active recall. By telling Claude to reveal the underlying principle after every answer, you aren't just memorizing facts, you are learning the why behind the what. Prompt number 3. The Source Code Protocol. Every field, whether it's astrophysics or copywriting, is built on just a handful of core pillars. If you understand the pillars, you understand the field. What are the 3 to 5 foundational principles of LLMs that, once truly understood, make everything else click? For each one, explain it in plain language, show how it plays out in a real example, and tell me the number 1 mistake people make when they don't understand it. That last line is the magic. The number 1 mistake people make. Learning what not to do is often faster than learning what to do. We are building your mental database right now. But later in this video, I'll show you a secret meta-prompting technique that links all of these outputs together to give you an unfair advantage over actual experts. Prompt number 4. The Illusion Shatterer. You don't just need to learn the truth, you need to unlearn the garbage. What are the 5 most common misconceptions people have about LLMs? For each, state the myth, explain exactly why it's wrong, share what the evidence or expert consensus actually says, and tell me why smart people still believe it. When you ask Claude why smart people still believe it, you gain empathy and deep psychological insight into the topic. You see the traps before you step in them. Prompt number 5. The Signal to Noise Filter. We live in an age of information abundance and attention scarcity. You don't need a summary. You need a distillation. Distill the concept of prompt engineering for LLMs into the 10 ideas that will actually change how I think or act. For each, the core idea in 1 sentence, why it matters in the real world, 1 specific thing I can do today to apply it. I use this every single day. We skip the fluff and force Claude to give us action items. Knowledge without application is just trivia. Prompt number 6. The Grandmaster Simulator. Now you know the basics. It's time to spar with a heavyweight. Act as a world-class AI researcher. I'll share my current understanding of how to prevent AI hallucinations. Your job: challenge my assumptions, expose my blind spots, and teach me how an expert actually thinks about this. Base your critique on my performance in the Socratic drill from earlier in this chat. Amateurs learn facts, experts learn judgment. This prompt forces Claude out of helpful AI assistant mode and into ruthless mentor mode. It will find the holes in your logic and tear them apart. Let it. That's how you grow. Prompt number 7. The live fire exercise. The final boss. The pressure test. I've just studied large language models. Give me a realistic, high-stakes scenario where I must apply this knowledge to solve a problem. After I respond, break down my reasoning, what I applied correctly, what I missed, and what an expert would have done differently. This is the flight simulator I promised you. You aren't taking a multiple-choice test. You are solving a chaotic, high-stakes problem. If you survive this prompt, you have successfully downloaded the skill into your brain. I promised you a secret workflow. If you use these 7 prompts in isolation, you will learn 10x faster. But if you want to learn 100x faster, you use the context stacking protocol. Do not open a new chat for every prompt. Do this all in one single continuous Claude chat. Start with prompt 1. When you get to prompt 6, the expert challenger, add this line. Base your critique on my performance in the Socratic drill from earlier. By keeping it in one thread, Claude builds a psychological profile of your specific learning gaps. It remembers your exact mistakes from prompt 2 and weaponizes them against you in prompt 7. It becomes a hyper-personalized, god-tier mentor that knows how your unique brain works. You now have the 7 prompts. You have the context stacking protocol. But here's the brutal truth. 99% of the people watching this are going to close this tab, feel a fake rush of dopamine, and go right back to their old lazy habits. They will never actually use this. Don't be the 99%. To make sure you actually execute, I've put all 7 of these exact prompts, plus 3 bonus expert-level variations, into a single Notion cheat sheet. The link is the very first thing in the description. Download it right now, copy them, and start your first simulator. If this masterclass completely changed how you view AI, hit the subscribe button. We don't do surface-level hype on this channel. We build elite workflows. See you there.